Good evening, everybody. Sorry about this angle. It is Thursday, December 26th. It is the night before my surgery. It is currently almost 9 p.m. and I am just tucking myself into bed here. We just went and dropped Lucy off with my mom, and so she's spending the night there. The house just feels so empty without her here, and it makes my heart kind of sad. But as long as she's good, that's all that matters. I've already packed everything that I'm gonna need in the morning. My tube is already cleaned for the night. I am ready. I decided it would be easiest to just wear what I plan to wear tomorrow. So I am dressed. What else? It feels weird not hooking up to feeds. I can sleep on either side that I want to, which is so nice. So yeah, we have to get up at 3:30, leave here by 4, I think. Yeah, we'll need to leave here by around 4. So when we were in town, we went and filled up gas. I needed to go get studs because I was out of clear studs because I always lose them. So I don't have any jewelry in. I'm completely ready. And Matt and I have talked through our decisions for tomorrow that still needed to be made. The surgeon wanted me to test out some steri strips to see if maybe he apparently uses steri strips usually on his patients instead of stitches. And I tested them out and I really don't think they're gonna work for me. So we're gonna opt for stitches instead. Just because of the experience we had with my feeding tube, we really don't want to go through that again. So we would rather just get stitches and not have to worry about them opening. So there's that. But I'm gonna sign off for the night and I'll see you at 3 in the morning. Good morning. It's 3:30. I'm gonna take my meds because I was told to take them. And then I'm gonna finish getting ready. Discharged and we are heading home. We are home. I'm super drowsy, so I keep kind of falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep, waking up. So I will update you probably tomorrow on how everything went. So good night for now. Good morning, everybody. Or I guess it's almost afternoon. Today is Saturday, December 28th. And it is day 1 of recovery. So I was just gonna go over how surgery went yesterday, kind of give you the rundown, because yesterday I was just way too like out of it to actually share how everything went. So sorry, my voice is still weird because of the breathing tube, but yesterday my surgery, it was originally supposed to be at 1 p.m., but they slated me for the first surgery of the day, so 7:45. So we had to get up at like 3:30 to be there. And then once I got there, they did all of like the pre-op stuff. So of course they have to make sure that you're not pregnant. So took a pee test, and then they ran over all of my medications, and I was seen by first the nurse, and then there was a doctor that would be working with my current doctor in the surgery. So he came by, and then my actual doctor came by, and we discussed the plan and any concerns and stuff like that. And then I saw the anesthesiologist, who also went over everything with me and made sure that I was comfortable with the plan for intubation and anesthesia. And so once that was all set and ready to go, I was taken back. The team was so nice. Like, I felt so safe with them. So their main concerns with me was the potential of having injuries once I was woken up because of positioning. And so they did a dry run in the operating room. They put me in the positions that they were going to need me to be in for surgery to make sure that I was comfortable. And then they also had like a special way of intubating me. They were able to do it while I was asleep. They had tools that would keep my neck in a certain position, and then they also had someone holding my neck in place while I was being intubated. And so really all I remember is just breathing in the gas or whatever, and then I was out. And then waking up hours later in recovery, I think everything went really, really well and really smooth. Recovery was also like pretty smooth, like that, like coming out of anesthesia and everything. I was really, 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 really cold, and so I got to use the like special blanket thing where they put this heater basically under the covers to keep you warm. And I was in like quite a bit of pain when I woke up, so they got that under control and my nausea under control. And then I was able to go back to the day surgery unit and see my husband. And then we had to wait there for like 2 or 3 hours because they wanted to make sure that my pain was under control. They wanted to make sure that I could pee and that I could walk. And I had to pee really bad coming out of surgery, which they apparently had capped me a couple of times, but I still had to pee so bad when I came out. And so I did that almost like immediately after I was brought back to like the day surgery unit. And then we waited quite a bit before trying to walk. But once I was able to do both of those things, then I was able to leave. I did have a few like minor, like, I wouldn't say they were complications, just some minor like issues with my POTS. I guess just positionally, they were having issues with my heart rate jumping from 160 and then dropping to 80. I think when I was coming out of anesthesia, and I just remembered the nurse asking me if that was normal, and I said yes. And so they weren't too concerned about it. And then also I kept having random episodes of like splotchy, like, I want to call them hives, but they weren't itchy, but I was like covered in like just splotchy red marks all over my body a couple of times after surgery, but I wasn't itchy, and so that was fine. So I already inserted an image of my abdomen. I have 4 incisions, 1 through my belly button, 2 on my left side and 1 on my right side. They did go ahead and do stitches because that's just what I felt most comfortable with, and they're dissolvable. So those will dissolve on their own, and then they covered those with steri strips so that it's like the chances of it coming open are very, very slim. So I felt really good about that. And then my surgeon left me a note just letting me know how surgery went, and they did find endometriosis in multiple places. I don't know what stage or where it is yet. I'll have to figure that out once I have my post-op appointment in February. But from what the note said, it was pretty extensive, so they found quite a bit of it. And then they ran like a couple other tests, like they ran like a tube test and a hysteroscopy, and they said, so those are both like for fertility wise, just checking to make sure that tubes are open and everything looks good. And they said that everything looked good there, so that was really, really good. And then the rest of the time was just driving home and now recovering. I do have to figure out my medication schedule a little bit, because he has me on 2 pain medications and then one, I guess it's also technically a pain medication, but it's more for like nerve pain. So that's a new one that I need to add in, and then just trying to balance my regular medications and side effects and stuff like that. My mom is FaceTiming me, so I'm gonna catch up with you in a minute. A few hours later, sorry, there's a pimple right there. Anyways, what I was saying before my mom called me, I wanted to talk about the differences between having a doctor or surgeon operate on you that has knowledge of EDS versus a doctor or surgeon who operates on you not really understanding the differences with having EDS. So when I got my feeding tube placed, I did mention to the surgeon and the team that they needed to be careful with my joints, because I could sublux something during the procedures, and that my skin was a little bit different. And I don't know if they took it 100% seriously or not, but my feeding tube surgery, I did wake up with my shoulder and a couple of ribs out of place. And as you know, I had a complication with my tube, like my skin opening up and needing to go get stitches. And so this time we wanted to be very careful. And my doctor, like the gynecologist who was doing my surgery, he has had a lot of experience on operating on people, excuse me. He's had a lot of experience operating on people who have EDS, and so he already kind of knew what to expect. He was very careful with my joints. The whole team was very careful with my joints. All of my joints were in place when I woke up, and he took me seriously when I said I wanted to get stitches instead of just steri strips, and so he did dissolvable stitches and steri strips to be sure that my skin wouldn't open up. And so that was a huge difference. And also pain management was a big difference too. Waking up from this surgery, they kept me for quite a long time. They made sure that I had actually a couple of cycles of pain meds and nausea meds in my system before letting me leave. Whereas the other one, I basically woke up, got thrown a bunch of instructions, and was like basically told to leave. And so I ended up feeling absolutely horrible after that other surgery, and was in a lot more pain going home than I was with this one. I felt like my pain was better managed coming home, and I was given a few more options for pain medication this go around, which has also been very helpful. And yeah, I would say those are like the biggest differences. Some things that I prepared for ahead of time was to have things to do while I'm in bed. So you can see here I have the Powerless series. I have Reckless over there. And then I also got a few of the new books from the Inheritance games that are also on hold from my library that Matt will pick up in a couple of days for me. But I'm super excited to delve into those. But I'm gonna go read or watch something. I'm basically just lying here taking a bunch of naps and being on my phone and reading when I feel like it, so. Good morning, everybody. I'll take these off. Today is Thursday, January 2nd, so Happy New Year. Yeah, here's a little update on my recovery. I've been doing really well. So far, no complications. I'm almost a week out from having surgery, and my site, all of my sites still look really good, and I'm having pretty manageable pain. Like, I am on 2 pain prescriptions to manage it, and that's been doing a really good job. I'm hoping that I'll be able to wean myself off of that soon. I have spent a ton of time reading. I've already finished one book this year. I finished reading Powerless yesterday, and I'm currently working on Reckless. And other than that, Matt and I have just been resting. He brought the TV into our room yesterday so that we could watch The Hobbit. So we're working our way through The Hobbit, and yeah, I really haven't been doing much else. I was just spending some time reflecting on 2024 and how incredibly crazy it was. Medically, so much happened this year. I had so many tests and appointments and procedures and surgeries, like, all wrapped up in one year, and I'm so grateful for how far I've gotten, but there's still such a long way to go. And I know with the new year, a lot of people are setting goals and you know, putting in new practices for their new year. And I used to be the type of person who did that, and now I don't do that anymore. And the reason that I don't do that anymore is because I would just get super down on myself when those things didn't happen, or I couldn't make those things happen because my health was too bad to make those things happen. And so instead, my only focus is to have baby steps and to just slowly make it towards my goals. I don't have a year to make it to that goal. I have a lot of time to make it to that goal. And yeah, I've like made like mental notes in my mind of things that I would like to improve on this year. For example, on YouTube, I would like to provide more shorts and get a little bit better about like short form content versus just always posting a vlog, but I do want to get better at shorts. I'm also still working on my Etsy. I think the post strike that happened right before I launched really affected how my launch went, and that was kind of disappointing, but I'm also brand new to this, and so I know that I kind of have to build up a following, and it is like a specialty item, so it's not something that everybody needs, but I'm going to keep at it. I know for myself sometimes if there isn't like immediate interest, or you know, like it didn't go well the first time, it's easy to get down on yourself and want to quit. But I have learned a lot from various things that I've done throughout my adulthood, that perseverance often pays off, and so I'm gonna keep at it. I have all of my fabrics picked out to do a mini Valentine's Day launch, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm going to be ordering all of my materials for that soon. Other than that, I just need to keep working on getting my body back to a better place, and I don't really have any goals about that. Sorry, my arm is getting tired. I don't have any specific goals for that, but I just hope that this year we get some more answers. Oh, speaking of answers, I was going to update you guys. I was going to bring it up in this vlog. When I was going through my like appointment with the anesthesiologist and then also going into surgery, they kept referring to my GI issues as gastroparesis. And I was like, what did you read in my file? So I'm like, do I actually have gastroparesis, or is this just what these doctors are choosing to call it? But I think I'm just gonna call it gastroparesis for now. As you guys know, we still don't have a definitive answer as to whether or not this is compression syndromes, or if it's gastroparesis, or if it's something else. And so honestly, maybe I do have gastroparesis as well. So that's 2 new diagnoses to add to my list from 2024. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't have any like big medical goals, but I do have some things that I'm looking forward to in this year medically, and I really hope that it changes the course of my care, and I will update you about that in coming videos. It's been in the works for a while, but I haven't been ready to share about it. But I'll share about it soon. It's coming. Some really good updates for you guys. I'm gonna close up this video now, so don't forget to give this video a like, And if you are enjoying my content, I'd love to have you, and you can follow me and subscribe. I've never really like plugged my Instagram in here other than like my business one. But if you're ever interested in the behind the scenes of my life, I'm gonna put my Instagram down below here. It's the same as my YouTube. It's Nikki Autumn. I want to encourage people both on my Instagram and on my YouTube, and I've chosen to use my Instagram more like a blog, and so I do monthly updates over there and also some behind the scenes of my life on Instagram, and I'm posting my reels on there too, just like I am posting them on shorts here, because I want to reach as many people as I possibly can with encouragement and just helping people see that there is good in the midst of pain. And I hope that you can find that too. I hope that the start of your 2025 was at least a peaceful one. It doesn't have to be big, and if you're in a spot where you didn't start off the way that you hoped to, there's still so much time to turn things around, so don't give up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!